Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
And quite a lot in Europe
Welcome
as well.
to LPL Players, Round 1. OMG versus Team WE.
And a Spirit
Game
Visage,
one,
and
let's
because
go.
it changes the Rek'Sai, she is less of an assassin, much more of a drain tank healing bruiser. You get your rage up, you go
in the minions there, just about on the edge of range. Stay, now no flash, but PP got no sums either.
Okay, but now can we see a Jax flashing onto this flashless Thresh? I think we can.
There's the route from the W, and Hung flashes in to get the stun. First blood on this carry jungler.
There we go. First blood of the series goes to WE. Prospect for OMG. Because they have lost summoners in bot side, and that means it's much harder for them to force on to stay. He's getting towards a Shiv. Once they get that Shiv, it is so hard to pin this Blitzcrank in lane. And already you can see that Iwandi is feeling like he can roam up into bot river, roam across that map. Iwandi on the roam is a fantastic support player, and how WE found a lot of their victories in mid-split. Need to track where he's going to go, but he's very low HP here. Needs to be very careful.
Yeah, he's also going to be walled, so he can't get out. He used his flash to get the previous kill, and Angel has an easy one laid up on a silver platter. Angel now kind of out of position himself as a hook from Iwandi could come on through. Root lands. It's PP gone. Actually, Angel flashing forwards against the flick back as well. PP gone trying to follow up onto it. And the hook lands once again. PP gone. He just don't miss.
Oh, and OMG scream back into life with 2 kills side of the map. I was very worried for a second about OMG kind of dealing with Iwandi being able to get out of lane, but they find a window where Hung's pushing up really too aggressively. Iwandi just can't get there in time, and just kind of a jungle disconnected from their support. OMG punished very quickly.
I love the way that they snowball the fight as well. Angel flashing aggressively to get that second kill. His Talia looking good once again. Cube, the target here is a flash unburied to get the knockup. Ultimate available, and that's a Void Rush and a half. Cube, not long for this world here, as Hung just going to be playing to deny anything. And there we go, final shot coming out to finish the kill.
You know, I like to... Oh, that's a good hook, though. It might be a kill here. No, there's no summoners.
Keep himself alive as Angel starts to hover down towards this bottom side. Ultimate not available on this Talia, threatening a potential dive. Xiaofeng is level 6. There we go. Cyclone under the tower. The rocket's in, but Iwandi still alive. Dodges the zap. Cyclone comes in once again, and the Lantern out to safety. Clean as you like from OMG.
Oh, such good tower aggro juggling. Is there any response? I don't think there is, really.
WE have not been cleared. One in Tri-Brush, one in Banana Brush, and one in the pit itself.
Stay looking for an ult. He is.
The flanking Jin, but the Talia
Ignore.
answers it. Angel just punts him out of the play. There's a bit of long-range damage comes on through, but this will be Drake taken. Yeah. There's been so much going on. It was 4-2. In the end, a rocket across the map. Oh, that's a little bit too close for comfort. But WE do get the Herald in the end.
Yeah, very nearly the Wild Turtle. Ult steal from the Jinx.
OMG opting to just try and play opposite, try and trade for a tower in the top side. Don't know if they can quite finish it off. It looks like they might be able to, but kind of running out of minions. PP God making a play. Spider-Man's onto the Crux and wants a bit more, but he's hooked once again. It's not a huge amount of damage to punish him. That Aftershock has paid so much value across the course of this game.
And he's got the Merc Treads as well. Makes it a lot easier for him to kind of get himself the Aftershock after he's been hooked. He'll get a little more tenacity. Get onto better resistances beyond that point. While all this happens, though, OMG, they're hard forcing towards top side. They've actually means
wait a second.
You can get yourself a better point. Yeah, this could be another stop again.
He didn't see the ward, and the wall knocks him backwards. Angel's queued in the wrong direction. And a flash over the wall with the second Cyclone, but stay still surviving. If Angel just queues forwards, it's a kill, and instead it could be a pick up the Xiaofeng, the Spiraling Despair, followed by a curtain call. The clone buys a bit of space and time, and here comes Hung on the backside of the play. Stun comes on through, and WE come out on top.
OMG overforce a pick on to stay.
He's a professional player at the end of the day, but good job so far there. Obviously, stay. Hang on a second.
Now, though.
That's a route coming on through. Iwandi gets the knock on Xiaofeng, but he's the one in trouble instead. Abel has so much damage to finish that kill, and now the reset onto Abel as Stay will just be chased down. Second kill for OMG, just as Baron spawns.
Feels like it's like one of those samurai movies. If you strike first, the response is what kills you, not the initial play. Wayward is not a flank, but he needs to be very careful here that his team doesn't get collapsed on without him being able to influence the play.
Hung forced away on the top side. Baron does reset a bit, gets a huge chunk of health back. Wayward maybe has overstepped on this one, honestly. He's extremely alone on the play. But so far, OMG, they're not turning around to find the fight. Wayward goes in, he's flayed backwards and hooked on in. He's just not tanky enough. And the rest of WE not keen on the play. That should be Baron. OMG staying on the objective as Cube tries to zone Hunt away. He wants to get into the pit. It's on 1,000, but OMG get it in the end. It's absolute chaos on the Rift as Angel kites it out. And OMG get everything that they could want. And they even get a bonus kill on Fofo at the end as well.
We thought these games were a little slow this year. We were worried that the LPL might have lost something about itself. I am very pleased to inform you all, we have not missed a beat. WOMG, mid laner and support. That's actually a really huge play. That spiraling despair hits a huge amount of AoE damage and slow, but after that point you have to then try and pick up the pieces. But OMG, they have themselves the numbers advantage. And you've got to force this phalanx to break somehow so they can get themselves one of those pixies.
5,000 gold lead for OMG. Nice wall used by Angel just to create space and secure tier 2 tower in that bottom side. So now slight tower advantage. That's like trying to make this flank happen for Hung. He kind of needs OMG to walk into him, which it's possible they do. Reset's coming on through as Fofo on the other side.
Wayward!
And
here we go!
Flash in for the counter-strike, but they're so deep, and there's just no follow-up. WE, they finally pull the trigger, but the gun explodes in their hands.
Oh, WE, they try and force the fight, but they're going into the death ball of OMG. And the pylons have been constructed now, and they pile onto this Baron afterwards. Jungler down, top lane down. You're waiting on what? Fofo to do some miracle magic?
Oh, the hook is huge, though. This is an opportunity. There's a pick onto Angel as OMG still on the Baron for the time being. Still a man advantage for the time being. But Fofo and Stay, the carries, moving into the pit to try and get this damage down. I1D steps on forward to try and find a hook, try and threaten on the 50-50. It's taken as now the flash is forward. And OMG, they grab the Baron and they want the fight as well. Fofo running to the wrong side of the map. And OMG, they maintain their lead. They maintain their control. And they deny everything from WE.
Fofo, will he live to tell the tale? Yes, he will. But it is a pretty torrid tail front line. It really is on Fofo to find some miracle magic. And even he can't quite get it done, despite the fact that he escapes.
Yeah, Fofo just forced away. That's OMG getting not only a second Baron.
Good work here, and now with the, as you were saying, the Ocean Soul potentially on the table too, even if you get some poke out with Fofo and Stay, that's also not going to be that easy to do because it's going to regen, and that's not very good. You've got Redemption as well, Knight's Vow and Redemption. How do you even dive onto Abel? You know, it's very, very hard to get through all of this shielding and redirection of damage from the Knight's Vow as well. Here comes the Death Ball again, and you can defend their turrets.
The wall comes through from Angel to set up for the siege. Keeping our eyes on I1D. If he can get a big hook, maybe something can happen, but it's Wayward that's hooked. PP God starts the fight the way he needs to go on, and Cube is just invincible in the backline. Spiraling Despair, can't even finish Shoutbug. He dodges the lightning. Not even Zeus can smite this team. Cube pulled back in, but that's just not the target that you want to be hitting. And OMG, not only do they survive, they take the inhib tower, and now they're pushing for more.
And if they give up a single kill more than that, the resets would have been pretty much game-ending beyond this point. This Death Ball, this 5-man unit is absolutely indestructible to Team W right now. They're throwing hooks in, but it's onto the Udyr.
Cube is like, I am more than happy for you to hug me, buddy. He wants to be in the fight. Xiaofeng forced to Cyclone as Hung gets a bit of damage down, just trading back and forth between the junglers here as OMG. Now on the retreat.
How often he watches the movie Dodgeball, but I think that we need to add in, like, you know, we've got the duck, dodge, dip, dodge, and dive. Now we also have, like, W as well. It's not actually the D, but we have duck, dodge, dive, and W. You're going forward onto Stay.
Stay taking those 4 Ds into account here. He's dodging everything, but you can't dodge Udyr's auto attacks. He goes down under the tower in the end, and turns out he could not dodge a wrench.
Nope, he couldn't. Wayward can. There's the flash comes forward from PP God. A bit of it. He was feeling himself there, but all the same, OMG, they have been in control of this game ever since WE messed up around OMG's own jungle. It's felt like they have never let go of the accelerator. They have no way to get onto the carries. They're going to get forced into the mid lane as well. There's no Baron buff here. It's not like these are super minions coming through either from this mid lane. But OMG, they've just on this kind of deficit. You need to be ahead of the game. W failed to do that. They're onto the Baron. That might help them. Can they use the Fog of War right now to get one of those unsuspecting picks? It's going to be hard.
It didn't work the first time, but maybe this time. No, Angel's found it, but now a rocket flies in, OMG. They just wiped WE. They make it look easy. Wayward diving onto the backside. Abel didn't even take damage. Now Hung trying to cut off the wave, but they've got 2 minions, and I think 2 minions is all they might need on this one. Oh, never mind. Forget the mid lane minions. There's supers in the top lane. Angel will push this one in. A dominant game number 1 from OMG, and I love the willingness to put that front foot forward and take this game from WE, not just wait for it to happen. Fantastic start to the series from OMG.
OMG crushed game 1.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the game 2?
Consistently picked alongside that
OMG
Jin,
versus Team
but also
WE.
just happy to play it with this Seri. Have a lot of presence with the double range bot lane.
OMG, they do have Lee Sin on the bot side of the map. Can potentially go for a steal at best. He has flash. It's not easy to burst him out. Might just look for a Q and an opportunistic smite.
Yeah, you can't actually see anything right now as Fofo falls behind and levels slightly. That is that power combo of the ultimate, followed by the bolt to get your passive off and get huge burst damage. Angel doing well on this way to punish in the mid lane. Big damage on Fofo.
The more I see Hui, the more I just get afraid that this champion will just scale into infinity and do ridiculous damage late game. I have to say though, of the newer champion releases, I think Hui is one of the ones I'm most happy with. The more I think about Hui, yes, he's quite complicated in terms of like looking towards like...
Wait, is Wayward going to ult mid off of a Q if Fofo goes... I mean, Fofo's just going to die. Okay. The weird TP for Wayward. He wants to go on to Angel here. Gets the knock up. Hung flashes to get the twisted advance. Set up for success. A roam from Wayward on the rec side. Sets up against the competition they were up against. But WE, so far, so good. Nice slow start when you've got double AD carry comp with turbo frontline in your top side. Definitely feels good to be stacking these Drakes up.
Oh, absolutely. Itemization for particularly Cube in terms of being able to stay in that front line, but Maokai's going to be tankier than Xiaofeng, which means that that's part of a front line advantage. You have good gold.
Cube is going to threaten a tower here.
Yeah, I think OMG, they don't want to give over a 3rd dragon. They really don't want the soul point going over early. But the problem is they don't have great position for it. So, Angel has to be about their positioning. Cube's not full HP either. That's not going to help.
Oh, Xiaofeng went real deep for that one. Has to flash back out of the play, but Stay is free firing and stacking that lightning. It's too easy for WE as they charge forwards for more. PP God and Angel should be able to walk away, but that's 3 Drakes plus some kills for WE.
Fantastic.
It did feel a little bit dicey. In the meantime, though, Wayward hitting onto a tier 2. He's got 3 grubs to work with. I think this tower is going to go down because it's so hard to punish a rec site. Like, what can Cube do to stop Wayward survive the play?
Wayward
or will they?
Though Wayward is getting involved in the other game, and he's here again.
He's trying to make it happen. He is pretty tanky already, and they just run. They just run, and I think that's all they can do. This Fofo will finish tower on the top side. Great movements around the map here from WE. That'll be there.
Rush towards top side means that as WE take that top turret, there's no crossbow. OMG have not taken a single turret yet, and they might get collapsed on the mid lane as well.
Look at this from WE, just charging forward to the mid lane. Wayward finds the flank. He's the mobile radar. And he manages to find a pick in the mid lane to stay. Be a little careful. OMG are just going to try brute force Baron.
Giving up soul for it.
This is a red and white Aphelios to try and make this happen. And actually, no, soul not taken by WE. They respect the threat of the Baron and peel off of the Drake. Wayward on his way as fast as humanly possible, or as void beastly possible, as Hung uses that ultimate. I want he freezes time. Can they get in time? Baron down to 4k, but peeled off now by OMG as WE just charge forwards. Stay has so much damage, flashing onto the enemy carries. PP God falls, and a buster shot to blow this game wide open. This ain't far off a perfect game
this
for
time,
W.
Perfect ultimate yet again. His Bard has been banned for a number of games because of this. Stops the Baron being rushed down, buys time for everyone else to come in, gets a double stun after this point, locks up Abel, the one true carry of OMG. And that's it. Lights out.
Not a lot Angel could do to escape there as Tristana just wailing on him as well. I wonder he was even there to try and follow up in case Angel had somehow gone away. And that Soul, another ult lands. Iwandi tempering the fates of OMG as he sets up for another fantastic play. Even survives the dive from Xiaofeng. Abel just about alive, but Wayward doesn't like that fact. Fofo finishing the kill in the end as Xiaofeng now chased out of the top side of the play. And Fofo KS's the kill to finish the job. 10-0 on the scoreboard. More than 10 in terms of thousands of gold ahead in their game. Mid in here broken with the death timers. I'm pretty sure they just end. This was a massacre. WE coming back strong in game number 2 and absolutely nothing OMG can do about it. What a masterclass from Team WE.
Dominant from start to finish in game number 2.
No!
They lose themselves
the
one kill.
Killless game ruined by Wayward on the back.
And now let's dive into game 3. OMG versus Team WE.
Everything. You have Xayah ultimate. How do you get in melee range?
It certainly is, and honestly, the prio that you get from Xayah's passive as well, so valuable. Here we go, all in on the bottom side. Stay flashes the engage, and Iwandi gets out. The tornado doesn't hit though. Xiaofeng plays it beautifully. Stay trying to continue the fight here as Hunk could potentially move over. He's peeled off of the drain. Can do very well into the Xayah. Obviously, Xayah, one of these champions that's very good at surviving all-ins. The charm that comes out from the quickness can mean that you can potentially get that CC. OMG now will be able to grab that second one off the back of this bot lane lead. That static shift, the lane prio that gives you. You know, we talked about the Xayah having prio earlier on in the lane, but that shift just completely...
Be very safe playing on his own this game. He can be that solo lane threatening Tristana.
Oh, Xiaofeng brings Hunk with him on the twisted advance and the ult back onto Angel, but he's ulted into the rest of his team. He's still surviving this play somehow, but finally taken down. Cube next on the chopping block as WE just walk forwards menacingly. Cube actually gets out with his life somehow. As Wayward hunting for a little bit more, but Xiaofeng has made his way into Pixel Brush. I mean, he's 3 levels down on Wayward. I'm not sure that that's a 1v1 he wins against Wayward. And there we go. Wayward just else can come out from the way. Obviously, setting that ult up so that he can then aggressively flash, because if Renekton's still there and you flash into him, you're going to be one shot. No, two.
First house doesn't have that as all that gold spent just now. OMG, I don't know whether they can get themselves a fight. They force the all out of Stay nonetheless.
Stay is really low as they move up towards this top side. Herald taken by WE. The 4-man Hurricane comes on through, and it will be a kill onto Wayward. They find one in answer for the Herald.
That's just one kill for that Herald though. First turret went towards Stay as Abel couldn't defend that in a 1v2. That's not the best thing for OMG. Fofo might find an answer towards this top side as well.
Oh, is Angel gonna die here? He doesn't have flash available. Fofo literally just 1v1s him. Cube now trying to get onto the mid lane and to answer. No ultimate for Fofo. There's just not enough damage there for Cube. Nice.
To walk up like this. He shows no fear.
No, he does not. That's exactly what we saw from him on the Rek'Sai in game number 2 as well, leaving the solo lanes and trying to make plays happen. Abel, Orcs is in LCK now.
Shush, quiet, stop, cease cease
My
and
man's
desist.
never heard of Bluetooth. Here we go, Cube trying for an all-in on the top side, but Fofo just out-damages him. Fofo just rinses.
What is Cube thinking? He doesn't have himself burst, and Wayward, I think he might be even fine on this boss side. He has Flash and E. He might be able to get out here, and indeed, he's out for the first bit.
Spiraling Despair does a good amount of damage. He is damn tanky. PP got trying to get underneath the tower. There's the knock-up, and they do finish a kill. Crucial for OMG, because Fofo has taken over the top side.
Yeah, with the grub buff as well on the top side, WE, they're going to get themselves an inner tower, and OMG, they are just behind WE's macro. They have been falling apart ever since Wayward and Iwandi are buying so much time and presence on the map, and of course, this time, Fofo being such a presence on the Tristana. Strongest individual solo laner, strongest member on the map of any team, actually. You can't fight this guy. It's debatable whether he has a drinking problem. It's not debatable that his drink is causing problems. OMG is, they got to get through him. That's tough.
Yeah. And the thing is, he has so much to stake himself on. Great little engage onto PP God. PP God using the quickness defensively is a disaster for OMG. It's too easy. Wayward just walks at them and stands there and says, what are you going to do about it?
Like, how do you get through this fat man, dude? This guy is not all fat. He's all tank. You just don't get through him. WWE, after blowing that aggressive tool, it feels like they can be a little bit more decisive again in how they play around these Void Staff or Crippling from Angel. Abel's going to get himself a Nash's Tooth as well, but is that going to be enough? It feels quite difficult all the same.
Fofo found PP God on the flank there. Will deny the division here. Will just maintain control on the bottom side of the players Wayward. Continues to walk on forwards. Xiaofeng won't be wanting Fofo. Fofo's not with WE. I don't know if this is the fight they want. Cube pretty tanky at this point. Everyone diving in with the Monsoon.
Oh no, Xiaofeng!
Flops his combo! It could have been the opportunity and it ends in tears for OMG.
The rookie jungler for OMG. Oh, here goes Abel.
Abel wants to make it happen himself, tries to get into the backline, but he's just 1v3 Wayward. Oh, he survived somehow. No, burnt down in the end. I'm not even sure where the damage came from. Was that a red buff?
I guess it was a red buff. It would have been the global red buff from
the damage just not quite there. About 100 away from getting the kill on his opposite member. The fact he's able to get Wayward at all is like a bit of a miracle, honestly, for OMG in that play. But I don't think it matters in the grand scheme of things, as WE now just start the siege. And again, it's so difficult to engage onto this composition. Compositions with this much disengage are so good at sieging, and not to mention a double AD carry. How do you stop WE just destroying your base brick by brick?
This is one which I think the Architects can solve. They start actually getting through the Rage Blade, Nash's Tooth procs as well with the passive. How much are you realistically going to do though? Good cues, good disengage, great bomb!
Oh, beautifully done from WE. Feels like OMG are the three little piggies right now, and this house made of straw. WE, they know how to blow, and they are blowing this map wide open. I mean, they've got literally Wind Woman on the team. Their super strength is destroying straw at this point. Walking this one in, I mean, it's just okay. And it feels like Fofo had a lot of work on his shoulders to try and replace a name like that within an organization. But so far in this series, it feels like he's absolutely making it happen. Wayward 2 on the top side as Cube barely survives the play. The tower will be whittled away. PP God, I mean, he's desperately trying to find something, but there's just nothing to find. Even if you get a 5-man knockup, can anyone follow up?
All the hard work which they just did, 400 heal onto every single member from the Redemption as well. General's still available. They can't do anything. This is obnoxious.
This is horrendous to have to play against Wayward. Has so much sustain as well in of his own. The Monsoon comes through and look at that, full health bars basically across the team. It's only Hung and Wayward that are chunked, and the towers will fall. WE unstoppable with this composition. Not quite as clean as the last game, but still about as clean as you could ask for. Absolutely beautiful stuff, and they are toying with OMG as they finish this third game.
What an insane
series.
Game. Besides that,
Game 4, OMG versus Team WE.
So a lot of responsibility on Angel in this mid lane. That gives you heal and shield power, of course, and it gives you the tenacity as well. It's quite valuable, I suppose, in terms of you're going to get around that. In terms of heals and shields, it doesn't apply to lifesteal. Pretty sure it does apply to Udyr though, which is kind of annoying.
Getting some pressure down in that top side. I mean, we talked about the level 1 chunk. It has not had any impact in the top lane whatsoever. No. First 3 groups taken by WE, though. This time around, OMG move up to the top side.
So they didn't pop the ghost just yet, forcing the jump out of Abel. That's fine by him. Curse Shard, very good lane. Now there's no jump here, and you've just hit the ult there. That is a dead Tristana. I
mean, it's easy as that, isn't it? First blood for WE. Stay sets it up. Iwandi and Hung. He was one of the players on OMG that we were coming in saying he could be the deciding factor here.
Xiaofeng off of vision.
Boy.
He's gotten behind him. That's what the observers. There we go. There's the kick.
In he goes, gets the kick. The bomb is there. Xiaofeng finds a kill, finds a way in, and finds a lifeline for OMG. This is the game we have been waiting for. Both teams actually have win conditions. Neither team has completely fallen apart in the first few minutes. Maybe we actually get somewhat of an even game here. It's Angel. Oh, gets a stun, and the Q lands as well. Stay 1 HP and burn down. Angel finds his mark. Answer onto Xiaofeng though, as the root will come on through. Angel gets the shield onto his jungler, but it will not save him. 1 for 1 on the bottom side.
Oh, Xiaofeng just overstaying a little too long after getting a great kill onto Stay. Angel picks it up, but it's really Xiaofeng that ends up doing the lion's share of the work in that one. Dragon, mid, Herald up right now. Both those objectives have been kind of not been set up for necessarily. It's more about trying to play through these lanes and try and play towards some kills like this. Angel teleporting behind Fofo.
Fofo tries to get out. This time the Tibbers hits, and this time Fofo has nowhere to go. He's burning down. He's trying to survive and buy time, but it will not matter. Angel now 2 kills. He's gone from missing Tibbers.
Herald. And then it's an instant proc of it. You can charge it into mid lane right now. Will it kill straight up? I guess it will.
I think so. I think it's okay.
Okay, that's fine. I think that was a mistaken put down at first, potentially, but all the same, it's going to be 2 slams into mid lane. So you know what? All's well that ends well. 2 charges into mid lane. That's valuable for W.
We'll say it was on purpose. That's going to be a tier 2 taken in the mid lane.
Yeah, no, good value. And, you know what? Credit to it. That's one of the better Herald plays that we've seen. Most of the time, you don't see a clean
maybe it wasn't by
tilt.
accident. Maybe it wasn't by accident, honestly. Maybe just going for the tempo play as flash over the wall. Xiaofeng in trouble. Oh, he misses the Q on the Drake. Manages to get over to Angel, though, so he's still alive, but Stay makes short work of that fact. And Tibbers, not long for this world. Angel, not long for this world, because Hung has found him on the flank as well. The snowballing from WE has been clean.
And their Dragon setup has been so much...
I don't think they can quite finish it here, but good bit of damage done.
So this is one of the things which I've really not been confident about from OMG. I'm not a big fan of it. When you see W moving towards topside like this, you see that Abel was running towards topside, looking for a fight, but they're not looking for a cross map. See that Angel's got a teleport ready now, but Abel, he doesn't know where he wants to be. He's cleared out mid wave. He's slow to potentially respond to something topside now as well. WE get themselves a top lane tower. And once
be forced away.
They don't have the vision. They don't have the vision. They have a blue trinket, but they cannot approach. Baron gets burned down, and once again, the objective control from WE is just superior.
And they go for Wayward, who, let's be honest, there's no universe you're killing this Rek'Sai right now. Flashes out to safety. WE, they not only get themselves a Baron, they get out of dodge without a single catch on the side lane. He's over 10 CS per minute on that Rek'Sai, and the amount of threat that he's putting on OMG, it just feels suffocating.
Now here comes the kick!
Oh! The kick is found! Xiaofeng gets his team back into the game just as it felt like hope was gone for OMG. Xiaofeng makes his way onto the server. Fofo trying to escape with his life, but I don't think there's a way out of this one. Big damage coming out from Abel as he hops away from the healing. A cube will finish the job. OMG are back on the board.
They're gonna get themselves a dragon, and what is vision control to in a more safe manner, rather than walking through these jungle chokes where WE have vision. That's why OMG want to push out mid, get safely into it.
Oh god. Wayward's behind them though. This feels so dangerous for OMG. They don't know that he's managed to find the flank, but Wayward just isn't tanky enough. Nearly goes down, ults to safety and flashes out as well. Hung goes in by himself as Cube is tanking the rest of the team. The knockabout from Iwandi though denies the follow-up. Abel surviving only just as Abel dives in, but he's exhausted and can't finish the kills. Xiaofeng now trying to get in the mix as well. Abel so close to getting the recess, but the health bars survive for WE. Redemption for sustain, and OMG finally get rid of so low at this point, but the mantra doesn't land, and it means that Baron can continue. Iwandi's here, Hung is here, but the smite should come on down. It's only just taken 1 HP on the Baron for a sec there. As Xiaofeng now tries to escape, he should just be sacrificed. Abandon ship, OMG. They got the Baron, they lose their jungler, but they walk away with the neutral objective.
It's another clutch wall stun coming in for the Poppy. They've been really on point.
Lead to one fight as well. Wayward spotted on a ward this time. That flank from Wayward to start it off was crucial for WE, but they just can't actually win the fight. In terms of the numbers, it's happened again! Stay is caught again. This time he survives. Bomb on his head is ticking away, and he goes down anyway. The bomb finishes the job. Detonated. Oh, the bailout isn't going to be enough, though. Xiaofeng has fallen. Wayward manages to get out with his life, and suddenly it's 1 for 1.
It's 1 for 1, but with the AD carry down, that favors OMG. I don't think they can deal with the damage difference now. We're able to walk up towards that tower. The Poppy ult clears minions, but not champions. Tower down, and with the Baron buff still running, they will have the increased kind of durability of the creeps to keep walking forwards.
Cube just goes straight underneath the tower as well. Hung and tanky enough for this one. Just walks in 1v4 after Cube has separated the rest of his team off. And now, with the staggered death timers, this is an opportunity for OMG to try and finish things out. The mid lane inhib tower going down as Cube just zones everybody away. I don't think OMG are going to push this any further. They'll take them in inhib. They can move up top for a tier 2 if they want. But still, a huge gold swing.
Let this guy get the 3 hits off. At least Stay has himself that same item as well on the 4 item. Zeri, let's see what AD carry can do. The real game-winning work.
PP got caught out. This is a disaster, and he goes down without even using the bailout. Suddenly, OMG, it felt like they were in control, and PP God just steps too far. He had
from the grave, but even like not having that Mikhail's on the table, very, very important. WE, do they think the time is now? How much can they get from this? They're using Redemption, heals up the minions too. How much can they get out of this?
Can they just end the game here? Stay needs to survive, needs to not be kicked back, but it's on cooldown right now, and the first tower being whittled away as Cube moves in. Xiaofeng getting some damage down, but Hung is so low, and Abel is just annihilated now. But he's knocked up by Wayward! Denied! And the root not quite landing onto Cube. There's no minion wave. WE still sticking around though. They're gonna go for the next wave instead.
Okay, so Angel ults up in just a few seconds time. Can he use the Tibbers to clear the wave? That might just save the series for OMG. W would not like to let that happen.
WE haven't beaten OMG since summer 2021, but this could be the moment, or maybe not, as Hung is caught out. Wayward behind enemy line, Stay trying to survive as long as he can, and Xiaofeng is going to go down. The bailout's not quite enough to save him, as Cube cannot finish the Zeri. The machine gun is too strong. Stay survives on 1 HP. PP God versus the world, and I think the world is a little bit too strong, because this is the world's elite stepping up to the fountain. 3-1 as they take down OMG for the first time in years, and WE move forward to round 2 of playoffs.
OMG, they were ahead of Team WE by a single game score in the regular season.